This is Rich with Richbound Photography, Sacramento, California, and I'm going to do a mini tutorial, real mini tutorial on how to save a few seconds every time you do a function on your computer. And as we all know, when we do flambient or flatulent or photo fusion, whatever you call it, you are selecting a couple of layers like this. I'm selecting this layer, and let's say I want to select another layer. These are different layers, but just imagine they're the same image, just different layers. Then normally I would either go up into Photo, Edit in, and open as layers in Photoshop. That's one way. Or I could right-click on my screen, go into Edit in, open as layers in Photoshop. So every time I do that, let's say I'm just doing it the quickest I can. So I click both layers, and then I go 1,1000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Okay, it takes about 3 seconds for me to select those things. So I'm just going to get out of here, close this out, and I want to show you how to make that a keyboard key shortcut. So all you have to do is go down here in a Mac, and we're going to go into our system preferences. Okay, then we go into keyboard right there. Then in keyboard, we go into shortcuts. Up here, you see it up here? Right there. Then we want to go to app shortcuts because we're going to use it in the app Lightroom. So I go into there, and I actually made the keyboard shortcut, so I'm just going to delete it so I can redo it again. So I'm deleting that shortcut. So you see it's shortcuts and app shortcuts. What I want to do is add a plus sign, okay? And that will bring up all applications. Well, we don't want to do all applications. We want to just go to Lightroom. And if you don't have Lightroom show up here, you just go down to your other applications, and it will bring up everything. So I have it already there, so I'm just going to go into right here, Lightroom. Okay. And now here's the key to it. If we go into Lightroom, we see here that the exact command, and it has to be the exact command. If you don't do it right, it doesn't work. So edit in, go down here, open as layers in Photoshop. So you have to write that exactly. It has to have the right uppercase, the right lowercases, spaces, and you have to include these 3 dots. If you don't include the 3 dots, it doesn't work. Okay? So now let's go back into where we were. And let's now write open as layers in Photoshop. And then dot, dot, dot. So remember, you have to have the O is uppercase, A is lowercase, L is uppercase, I is lowercase, P is uppercase. And you have to add the 3 dots with no space there. Okay? Now, what I want to make in a shortcut, and I used to use my mouse to do this, but I found that it's just as easy to use your keyboard shortcut. So the shortcut I found on a Mac, and I don't know if how any of this will work on a PC, so this is strictly for Mac. But what I'm going to do is right here in keyboard shortcut, I am now going to hold down Option and 1, the Option and the number 1, okay? There we go. So I'm going to add this. So I'm going to close out of here, and I'm going to go in here, and let's say these layers I wanted to add, I wanted to send to Photoshop as layers. So I'm just going to go Option 1. And there, it works all right. And as you can see, it's doing everything from that shortcut, Option 1. Now you could do other key combinations, but only some work. If they already have an assignment, they won't work. Okay, now that is one way to do it. Now the next one I want to do is I'm in Photoshop, and the next thing I'm going to do, let me bring up my layers palette. I don't know where they went. Layers palette is down here. So the next thing I'm going to want to do is auto align my layers. Well, wouldn't it be nice, instead of always coming over to Edit and then going down to auto align layers, you can see it's grayed out here, I made it a key shortcut to be, you can see it right here, Edit, Auto Align Layers. I made it to be Command 1. And how I did that was real easy. You go and edit, go down to keyboard shortcuts, and then you want to go into the applications. It should be your default, should open up to this. Then I want to go to edit because that's where we want it. That's where it lives. Edit. Okay. And then double click that. And I'm coming down here into auto align layers. And what it does is if you highlight it, okay, I'm just going to take that out. Imagine we're doing it for the first time. And I'm just going to do Command 1. Okay, I would do Option 1, but Option 1 you can't do. So it was going to be Option 1 to send my images as layers in Photoshop, but that's not going to work. So what I'm going to do now is for this command, I'm going to do Command 1. There you go. You see it right there. So I'm going to go click OK. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to highlight. One thing you do have to do is highlight all the images you want to auto align. Now all I'm going to do is hold down Option 1. I'm sorry, Command 1. God, I thought I'd get through this video without a mistake. So there we go, and it's open into auto align layers. So I'm going to do it again. It's going to be Command 1, and it opens right up. So I hope that this tutorial helps you. And the really thing to think about is saving time, as I always say, is seconds upon seconds. And this might save you, per editing image, might save you 4-5 seconds. So I think it will help you out, and I hope it was a valuable tool for you to add to your bag of tricks. Rich Baum with Rich Baum Photography saying, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and use the Adorama link and check out Shooting Spaces podcast and the workshops also. Talk to you later. This is Rich with Rich Baum Photography. Bye.